I am Reverend Montclair, and this is Monday Church with Reverend Montclair. Many years ago, I bought a t shirt that was made by an artist, and it had an image of a pirate ship on it. And on that t shirt, what it said was, "Smash your TV and have adventure." I love that t shirt, and I still have it, and I still wear it. But right now, with most of my things, it's in storage. Smash your TV and have adventure means to me that virtual reality is not as good as real reality. Yeah, it's far less messy. It can be far less painful. It can take a lot less effort. When we live in our imagination, and that is in a fantasy world, we do not have to suffer consequences of danger, failure, losses, because you can still conjure up the same movies, TV shows, imagined experiences. We don't have to be our best when we're living in our imagination. We don't have to try hard. We don't even have to get off the couch or out of bed. I was never a big fan of virtual reality. You will not find me being the one wearing the goggles to entertain false realities. Smash your TV and have adventure is about living a real life, is about living in the world and not in our heads. It is about opening your heart to even greater than we can imagine, to something even better than the fantasy. It's about being honest with ourselves, with others. It's about fully embodying your life in this natural world. It is a worthwhile adventure. And yeah, the world can be a scary place. And yeah, the world can break your heart over and over and over again. And it can break it open so that you can allow in more than you thought was ever possible, more than you could have ever imagined, more than anyone in your life could have imagined for you. Unfortunately, we often also use our imagination to conjure fears, to conjure worst case scenarios that we end up using to insulate ourselves from real reality, to insulate ourselves from the possibilities of getting hurt, of losing face, of taking a wrong turn, of learning what our limits are. Because when we live in that safety zone, we never know what we are capable of until we try. I love the quote that a ship is safe in port, but that's not what ships were built for. So, right now, I am identifying with that phrase because I have landed in a safe port. It's where I've been for the last month. But that's not what ships are built for. And that's okay. Sometimes we need the safety of the safe port. We need the time to reconnect with our strengths, with our belief in ourselves, with the feeling, the inner feeling of safety, so that we can go out again and adventure and try our limits and face the world and maybe fail and maybe get lost and maybe crash on the rocks and maybe get our hearts broken. But it's okay because it's far better in my mind and in my heart than never risking, than always living in a fantasy world, a fantasy of pleasure or a fantasy of pain, of the fears that keep us from risking. So, in your lives, may you recognize the difference between a safe port that is temporary and what you were built for, and the adventures that were put in your heart and in your mind, because that's what your life was meant to become, was meant to grow into. And when all is said and done, may you know you gave it your all, that you risked it all so that you could live the life of your dreams, not solely in your imagination. May you walk in beauty. May you have beauty before you, beauty behind you, beauty above, beauty below, with beauty all around you. May you walk. May your dreams be beautiful. May your adventures that you risk having be beautiful. And may you recognize that even in the missteps and the losses and the heartbreaks, that there was something constructive, there was something that you can build upon to go further in your adventure of this life. Much love to you. Have a beautiful day, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for tuning in. I am Reverend Montclair, and this is Monday Church with Reverend Montclair.